What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we're going to be playing around with the brand new Sugofest exclusive Dogstorm and CaT Viper. Now, I haven't actually made a Garp challenge video relating to these two brand new legends yet. When they initially released, the Garp challenges were slightly different with Navy and Revolutionary Army. This time around, we actually have Hody Jones, which is kind of interesting because we haven't had Hody Jones in a really long time, so it is nice that we are getting this one back. And it would be nice, just honestly, if we had a new Garp challenge to play around with. I think also the Worst Generation, it feels like that one hasn't been around in a long time either, but I digress. Today we're really just focusing in on CaT Viper and Dogstorm, and we're going to be using them in a hybrid fashion. Now, for those of you guys who didn't see the video on my YouTube channel, recently on the Twitch stream when Perispero Treasure Map went live, we actually did 2 more multis on the Treasure Map Sugofest, and we were lucky enough to walk away with CaT Viper. And I mean, that's actually going to be so good, having access to that unit now, so we can make videos with that character as a crewmate or as a captain, just moving forward into the future. But anyways, we are going to be using them in a hybrid fashion today, just to show you guys how they kind of work in this short form style content. I guess in a way it's not really short form, but it's not long form content either. I feel like Garp challenge is kind of like the sweet spot in, like, it's not like a clash or an arena where it's only 5 stages, but it's not like a training forest, right? So I think that Garp challenges are a good way to kind of showcase this kind of thing with these units, but at the same time as well, I feel like a lot of the Garp challenges are a little too easy, and honestly speaking, like, CaT Viper and Dogstorm, they just kind of destroyed it. They're just really good as captains, and I mean, a lot of people are going to say, oh, you know, Dogstorm, CaT Viper, they're not really going to be good in content where their captain ability will expire, where they're no longer able to go through defensive effects. And while it's true to an extent, depending on the content that you're going up against, you'll see that in this video, you know, we're able to get it in such a way where as long as we reach a certain stage by a certain point, we're still going to have those active effects where we can bypass enemy defensive effects. Like that stage you guys just saw in the video versus Barto, we made it to that stage right as it was about to expire, so we can just use the normal attacks to bypass the barrier and not have to worry about it. Also, in the next video, or the next clip, you guys will see versus the Hody Jones Garp challenge, the same kind of thing happens there, where we actually need to get to a certain stage by a certain point, so we don't have to bring a dedicated character on the crew to get around a really annoying defensive effect. Speaking more on Doflamingo, we just wanted to make sure that we can get around the 4 turns of despair on 2 separate occasions. The first occasion is removed via the supports of Pedro and Rayleigh, and the next set of despair we actually remove with the Luffy special ability on top of actually giving us an orb boost. Now on the final boss stage as well, we wanted to make sure that we could get some beneficial slots, because when their captain ability expires, where they no longer go through defensive effects, they actually don't give you more increased chances of matching slots, which can be quite detrimental to the crew. So having a way to generate slots for our crew, which we do with the Sengoku support with Trafalgar Law, makes a huge difference in this fight. Moving on now to the Hody Jones Garp challenge. This one, honestly, like, this one was not as difficult to build for, to be honest. Obviously, we do use Luffy crew, and some people may say, oh, you know, that character is really broken, and while this character is very good, they actually don't really provide that much to this fight. We only really use them on the Hyozo stage just to generate some matching slots, and even if we didn't have the attack, the orb boost, the chain boost, we didn't really need it to kill in 1 turn. It was going to be completely okay. We also use them on the team just specifically because they actually can have the Ivankov support to remove poison. Looking back at it, I mean, yeah, you definitely need to remove the poison for this team anyway, because we actually take multiple turns to get through the Daruma stage, just due to the fact that we don't really get good slots. I mean, you could probably optimize this team to make it even better than what it already currently is, to try and get matching slots and have some type of effect that can lock them for your crew. That would be really useful, just so that when you walk into the Daruma stage, you're able to have your orbs locked, and then when you put them in those slot barriers, or the slot change impossible barriers, you'll be able to have a full board of matching slots. And we're using a rare recruit that I've actually never used on a team before, maybe for the point event when it first came out, which is the rare recruit Orochi, which originally debuted with King and Queen. And the only reason why he is here is because he's able to get rid of the burn on that Daruma stage. Definitely wanted to be able to do that, and we can do that with the Orochi special. I mean, again, there's probably ways you could make the team way more optimal, and I'm sure other content creators have probably done it, but of course I wanted to go ahead and, you know, put my own kind of spice on things. We are using Ace and Sabo as well because we wanted to make sure that we can actually get through strength enemies. Strength enemies are definitely going to be a problem in Dex team GARP challenges, and having a dual unit that can become a quick unit is very valuable. And also with the special ability of Ace and Sabo is that when they get into that dual form, you know, you can get that orb boost for your shooters and your free spirit characters, which for this team, Luffy and Orochi, both of which are free spirit and shooter respectively, will also get the orb boost active effect. And then the stage here with Zio and the Dosun. This is the one with the threshold, and I was saying a little bit earlier in the Doflamingo clip, we wanted to make sure we got to certain stages in this fight before a certain time limit, just to ensure that when we reach this stage, we can use normal attacks to bypass that damage threshold, rather than bring a character that can just remove it for us. Makes a big difference. You guys would have seen earlier in this clip on the Hammond stage, which I believe is stage 3, there's 4 characters with a barrier, and with Dogstorm and Cat Viper, we can just bypass it with our normal attacks, which really does make a huge difference, and making that stage very, very fast to take down. I wasn't really completely convinced of Vivi and Rebecca on this team. They were mainly just here just to remove the increased defense on the final boss stage versus Hody Jones. So you could literally just take them off the team and replace them with any other increased defense reducer. But in some circumstances, having a character that was strength that could generate that 2.5 times chain lock for us was very valuable. Do note though that when you are in the VV form, you actually don't get the major attack boost from the Dogstorm because they are not a fighter, shooter, slasher, or striker character in the VV form. However, in the Rebecca form, they are a striker character, and in their dual form, they are also a striker character. It's just unfortunate that when VV is present, she's not really getting a humongous boost, so you really have to be very careful about that if you do opt to use them on a Dog, Cat, Storm, Viper team. But anyways, this was a very, very fun team to just absolutely blitz these GARP challenges. Didn't really have too many issues with these teams at all, and if you guys have the applicable units, it's definitely worth running. It got through it extremely quickly, and you know, if you're running a Dex team for, you know, versus Dofi or versus Hody, depending on the situation, you know, you could use a much more faster team. Specifically, V1 Kaido for the Doflamingo challenge would definitely be a faster team, I would think. But for the Hody Jones challenge, it's still a relatively difficult GARP challenge because normal attacks only is present, so cheesing content like that is not really a thing that you can do, depending on your team, of course. But that is going to wrap up this video today. Leave your thoughts and opinions about Dogstorm and Cat Viper down below in the comment section. Really hope you guys enjoyed this one today, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure you go ahead and hit the like button. And if you want to stay up to date with all of the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.